Well, this should be pretty short because this month I failed, and I failed hard. I only finished reading 2 books this month. I know, it's shameful. But anyway, that's what I finished. They were both good books though, so you already know I read Caraval. I did a whole review on it, so I'll just link that in the description box. And you can click there because I feel like I've talked about what this is about like 14 times, but you know, it's a big circus interactive performance that's also a game, and 2 sisters go, and one of the sisters gets kidnapped, and the other one has to find her before it's too late. You know, magic, drama, awesomeness. The other book I finished was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince! I don't know what happened to the dust jacket, but it's Harry Potter. But just in case you didn't watch my series I need to finish video, I have not. This was my first time finishing Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I know, it's awful. It's so shameful. I've seen all the movies, so I kind of knew most of the stuff that happened, but obviously the book is better than the movies because it always is. And this book in particular, and spoiler alert, if you don't know what's happening in the Harry Potter books, I feel like most people do. I'm one of the rare ones who only just now finished. And I actually listened to the audiobook because Jim Dale is a magnificent narrator and I just love him. He's so fun to listen to, and so I had a lot of fun listening to this. And I'm currently listening to The Deathly Hallows, so that's exciting too. But this one in particular, I think this might be my new favorite Harry Potter book. Obviously everybody loves Prisoner of Azkaban, but I think this might be my new favorite because I really liked learning all the background about Voldemort and all that stuff. And I liked kind of seeing Harry and Dumbledore's relationship be the way it was, although, you know, it gets a little murky there, doesn't it, at the end. But yeah, plus I love Ginny, so I think it's awesome that they're together, and I just had a lot of fun. I'm actually having trouble right now separating because I just started the 7th one, and I'm not sure. The 7th one might end up being my favorite. It depends on how sad I get, because I'm already crushed beyond belief about Hedwig. And that was like so quick that I didn't even, although that's the thing I will say about the difference between the movie and the book. One instance where I did actually prefer that they did in the movie. In the movie, Hedwig died like blocking Harry, so she died saving Harry. And in the book, she just died. Like, it was just depressing, and she just was in her little cage and just died, and it was so sad. And I was just like, but it's so much more like, I don't know, I liked it better that they had her saving him. You know, she sacrificed herself for Harry in the movie is what it felt like, even though it was super quick in the movie too. You're just like, wait, did that just happen? Oh my god, I can't move on, but we're moving on. Let's keep going forward. I know when Dobby's time comes, I'm going to weep hysterically, like I did when I saw the movie. Sorry, we're back to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I'll stay on topic, sorry. Another thing, I mean, I didn't like it better in the movie, but the part where Harry takes the Felix Felicis and he goes down to see Hagrid, in the movie it was like, I know it didn't happen quite that way, but it was so funny in the movie. Like, I love that bit of the movie, even though they did sort of change it a little. Okay. So here's my biggest problem, and this is all about the ending, so if you don't know the ending and you don't want to know, then go away, because we're talking about when Snape kills Dumbledore. I can't believe they did that the way they did in the movie. Like, it matters that Harry was petrified, you know, like, Dumbledore did Petrificus Totalis and left him under the invisibility cloak so he couldn't move or do anything, because there's absolutely no way Harry would have just stood under there looking up through the grates and been like, oh, okay, bye. Like, Harry would have done something. It's totally out of character for Harry not to give himself up to save others. Like, it's completely out of character. And so the movie, I don't understand why they did it the way they did it instead of like letting him be petrified, because as soon as Dumbledore dies, the spell breaks, and so he could still have chased after Snape and had that whole drama. I mean, he did chase after Snape and have that whole exchange. So I don't understand why they did it the way they did it in the movie. It makes zero sense. It's totally out of character, and it's really upsetting. So I don't know. I definitely I mean, I remember reading the fifth book and I was like, yeah, the fifth movie sucks. No wonder everybody's so mad about it because the fifth book was so much better. And I feel kind of similar about this one, especially for, you know, the ending in particular. But there's so much stuff left out, and I didn't like how they messed up Harry and Ginny's first kiss. It was different, and I didn't like it. The book is always better, and this is no exception. And I know it's ridiculous that I haven't finished these books yet. I don't have a good excuse. I'm just a mental person, and I just hadn't finished them yet. I don't know what my problem is. But anyway, now I have, so that's all. That's all I read. I read 2 books. They're big books, but this one I listened to, so I almost feel like that's cheating. But yeah, these are the only 2 I read. It's depressing. I'm not gonna do a full-on March TBR because I get too nervous when I start. I get anxious when I plan too many of my books in advance. I overwhelm myself, and this happens. 2 books. That's what happens when I overwhelm myself with what I gotta read that month. So the only things I do know I have to read, and pretty quickly, are I'm rereading The Bone Season right now. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And I'm gonna reread The Mime Order when I finish this, which is the second one, and then The Song Rising comes out on March 7th, but I don't know if my copy is gonna get here because I pre-ordered the special edition because I wanted all my covers to match, and they changed the covers because they're rude. So now you have to order the special editions. I think they're gonna have the special editions for every book that comes out. There's supposed to be 7 books eventually, so I think there's supposed to be a special edition for all of them so that my books can still match, but we'll see. Here's hoping. But anyway, I'm going to reread those, and I'll probably do some kind of talk about the Bone Season series after I finish the 3rd one and I'm all excited about it and stuff. So yeah, that was my failed February reading month. It's just sad. So I'm going to try really, really hard to read more books in March. This will be a much better reading month. I'm determined. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.